So you went to film school. What film school did you go to? And
I
did
went
mum?
to
Yeah,
a local university in LA.
yeah.
And, the glitz and glamour is what drew me to it. But once I started film studies, because, the first couple of years, it's all general education, chemistry. I don't know why I was taking it, or, complex math. I don't know why I was taking it, but eventually got through those and got to the film studies. And I soon realized that, you know what, the glitz and glamour was probably the wrong reason I was drawn to the film industry. Uh, the creation of something is what I was drawn to.
Mhm.
Just like how I like drawing, how I like making a film that actually can last forever. That's what I was drawn to. So that was a big realization for me. And probably when I was 19 or 20 when I realized that. And as film school kind of continued, and my senior year, in order to graduate, the requirement was you either have to make your own short film or have a leading behind the camera role in somebody else's short film. And the school provided grants to five projects, and it was a $5,000 grant. So luckily, mine was selected, but I needed about $10,000 to make the movie. And this is, we're talking year 2000. So there was no digital. We were shooting film, unfortunately. I wish I was doing that now because it's technology is so much better. So I had to find a way to raise the other $5,000. And that's kind of where my entrepreneurship kind of kicked in. And I figured, what do all film school students want? Well, they want their project to be seen, to maybe have that break that Steven Spielberg or Lucas had. It's that famous film school project that kicked off their career. So I decided, you know what, let's do a film showcase, a film festival. So I came up with the film festival brand, put posters up everywhere. I was an intern at Sony at the time. So I agreed one of the executives to be a judge on there. And shortly after, these checks started arriving at my house. And my parents are opening up these $40, $50 checks, asking me, what is going on? Why are these checks showing up? I'm like, don't worry about it. It's all legal. I'm not doing anything wrong here. Anyways, cut the story short, I ended up raising the other $5,000 doing a film festival. And the executive at Sony was the judge. Their films got seen by an executive. So it was all legit, but nobody knew I was behind it. And I had kids at school come up to me and ask me, are you going to enter the film school? I'm like, yeah, maybe I will. Yeah. But it was in a way I raised that money to make the movie. And once the film was produced, a handful of them got selected to be screened at the Academy theaters. And again, luckily mine was one of them. And that night at the theater is kind of where I had my next aha moment.
Mm-hmm.
I was sitting in the chair, big lights go down, my name comes up on screen, written and directed by Artin. I looked to my left, my parents were sitting there, and the smile on their face, I will never get out of my head. And that's when I realized it's true that I was drawn to the film industry because of the creation things, not the glitz and glamour.
Yeah.
But actually, I was more drawn to it because it was my way to make my parents proud. And
Mm-hmm.
that's when I realized that making my parents proud is the emotion that I was after. So whether it's making a movie or writing a book, which I have a copy of here, right? Writing a book or doing a startup, it's all about what do I do to make my parents proud. And once I realized that, I felt there was a lot of weight lifted off my shoulder because I realized becoming the next Steven Spielberg was not my only route. So, becoming a famous lawyer was not my only. There was a lot of ways that
Yep.
I could still feel that emotion of making my parents proud. And that was a big aha moment for me, realizing that as humans, we're all searching for an emotion. Sometimes we call it happiness, but there's other emotions that we're always seeking. Uh, And sometimes we identify them early in our lives, sometimes we figure it out later in our life, but it's that emotion that we all strike with.